Last week, Obaid, I did watch the Tinder Swindler on Netflix. Have you heard that?
Yep, yep. It's very trending these days.
Yes, and that's why I was like, what is this all about? And then when I did watch it, I was like blown away by the amount of money this fake billionaire that has come more than $10 million from different women.
That's true. I mean, he's a he's a genius, evil genius.
Yeah, it's a stroke of genius. I
Yeah.
mean, us doing legitimate business left and right, and we cannot even we have a hard time to apply from one loan to another. We might be in the wrong business at this point.
That's
Uh, yeah, let's see this snapshot this video, guys. If you have not watched that, I this is a spoiler alert. Please watch it before you even dig deeper to the video.
The Tinder Swindler, the popular documentary that chronicles the woeful tales of three women who thought they'd met the man of their dreams on Tinder, only to later say he scammed them out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the dating app Lothario says that is just not true. He is speaking out with his new girlfriend, star Megan Alexander, in this world exclusive.
He's the handsome jet setter at the center of the sensational Netflix documentary, The Tinder Swindler. And today, exclusively to Inside Edition, the 31-year-old wheeler dealer met beautiful women on the dating app Tinder. He wooed them with private jets, fancy cars, and champagne.
The spend is to another level that you have never ever seen before.
These three ladies were infatuated. They all believed Simon Levayev was the son of a billionaire Israeli diamond mogul.
His dad was the king of diamonds.
More than 50 million people have watched the Tinder Swindler, leading many to wonder how accomplished and sophisticated women could have fallen for Levayev. They say they lent him nearly $500,000 combined, which they
Damn,
never saw again.
that's a lot of money.
Son of a billionaire. He faked everything. I don't understand how someone can be so evil.
I'm not this monster that everybody has created.
Levayev refused to be interviewed for the Tinder Swindler, and when the filmmakers went to his last known address in Israel, he was nowhere to be found.
What's this?
It's a letter for him.
But he has agreed to speak exclusively with Inside Edition.
These women make some very serious allegations against you. They say they were conned and threatened.
They weren't conned and they weren't.
Are you
Wow.
the son of a billionaire diamond mogul?
No, I am not, and I never presented myself.
He still seems to
That's
be living
crazy.
a life of luxury.
Morning.
Authorities estimate he may have scammed in total $10 million from victims around the world.
Amazing, amazing.
You don't feel bad for them in any way?
I feel
God,
bad for something that's been done. No, I feel bad for what I.
he doesn't look on the camera. When he doesn't look on the camera, he's lying.
This is
Yeah.
How do you
That's just a
fund your
basic
lavish
101.
lifestyle?
I'm a legit businessman.
Look, he keeps
I
looking on
bought
the right.
Bitcoin in 2011, which was nothing. I don't need to say how much it's worth now.
You'd think, with reputation in every corner of planet Earth, women everywhere would steer clear of this guy. But look who we found by his side, his beautiful girlfriend, Israeli model Kate Conlon.
Kate, what do you make
Wow.
of these women's claims in the documentary?
My dad, it's like
Well, you have to strike while the iron is hot. This lady wants exposure,
I
so
just
she's
had to
getting it.
ask.
Kate, has Simon ever borrowed money from you?
of course no.
The women featured in the Tinder Swindler documentary say they are still in debt due to the money they say he scammed from them.
What would you say to those people who feel you're a fast talker, but you're really a fraud and a fake?
I'm not a fraud and I'm fake. People don't know me, so they cannot judge me.
Simon has never been charged with any crimes related to the women of the documentary, but he did serve 2 years in Finland for defrauding 3 other women.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts about this one?
I mean, that is evil genius. Although he's claiming not to be involved in any defrauding activity, but
Yeah, the backstory of this, Simon Levy, at the very beginning, he this is a nature. This is a nature versus nurture. He came from a humble beginning. I did my research with this one, and I just want to share how did it all started. He grew up in Israel, a very poor family with no means of living the lifestyle that he has right now. At the age of 15, he did babysit. Right, he did babysit to a family. He moved somewhere, and then he stole the check. Then from there, he just issued himself a plane ticket to New York, and he got all this check left and right. So that's why when he was saying that he's not a fraud, I mean it's just by his nature that his fraud is his reality.
Exactly.
And then at the same time, like I'm kind of skeptical, like how do women like learn in that kind of scam where they are using their own. The whole premise of the story is like he's going to match with someone in one country to another, and then after that he has a private jet, right? He has a private jet. He the For example, Cecile, she was the first woman that she got scammed for $200,000. He's going to do in the first week, he will pick up Cecile through the private jet, and then Cecile will going to be overwhelmed because it's like dream come true to be picked up by a private jet. She will be taken to the business trip of Simon in the country, like in I think in Bulgaria or in Europe. Then she will experience the luxury of life, fine dining, and then also she will meet the ex-wife with the kid of Simon in the private jet. So she would really have this kind of fantasy that everything is legitimate.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
yeah, then after that, she would went back like less than a month of having that kind of experience. Simon will send flowers. He will send messages after messages that he wants to stay with her forever. That's why they will be girlfriend on the second month. Then on the second month, there will be the pain where he will disclose his business life, that he has so many guys are people after him, enemies. Then he will send these videos of him being mauled, of the bodyguard having this Peter, having the blood everywhere. So that is a very psychological, mind bending strategy from pleasure to pain. Then eventually the his security advisors will told him to not to use the credit card, and this where the scam begins, where he's going to ask the women, Cecile, the one who came out, to send the credit card information or to loan money. That's why it came out to $200,000. And he even has this kind of putting the women in payroll for the LLD Diamond, assuming that he is the owner of the LLD Diamond. Then where it became chaotic because the woman has to lie. Cecil has to lie to all purchases that for Simon in other country, but he didn't realize the lady was actually purchasing another date, another trip for another woman from another country. It was crazy. Have you ever think about that? This is a lot of people can be scammed in the span of 2 years.
I mean, it's not. Uh, he didn't start it for 2 years. I mean, when he was 15, like you mentioned, he started way back when he was 15 years old. So what he did is like move from place to place so that it is difficult for the jurisdiction. For the jurisdiction matter, it is difficult for the law enforcement. Law enforcement things to actually get him uh, convicted with forgery charges and defraud charges.
Yeah, and that's a broken judicial system. I think one of the reasons why it went, even though he started in 2015, according to the news that he came out, the total amount of money was $10 million from different women in the span of 2 years. In the span of 2 years, because he knows what he's doing. He planned that taking advantage of the processing time of the judicial system. Like it will take what 30 days and more, even here in the US, before you even file a formal complaint, it takes 90 days. So from the time he's gone from one country to another, and he's living the life of business with pleasure, traveling from one country to another. It was just really taking advantage of the system. And then also he used that kind of emotional connection to women to feel bad about it, because right now our society judge them for being a stupid, for being a fool, of that don't see the sign that they're being played around by the guy.
Yeah, that's the psychological cycle. I mean, they were lured into player, right?
Yes, and all the names of the transactions, from purchasing the ticket from one person to another, hotel reservation, it's under their name. So now it acted that they are accomplices as well, this women, because they even lied to the bank. Like when the bank is calling from, let's say, Cecil is in Bulgaria and Simon is in Spain, the credit card company is calling her if the transaction is legitimate, and she's saying yes.
So yeah, I mean,
Can you?
they're exact. I mean, that's very smart of him. I mean,
Yeah,
he
and
tricked
all the
them,
names are under her, under their name, not his name.
so there are no charges against him. I mean, they're they cannot actually go after him to say that they, although he defrauded, like a misrepresentation is a kind of fraud in any country, but like he tricked them really well.
Yes,
And
and he used different this the processing time to go from one country to another to date another woman, left and right. I think that's the bigger reason for us to travel the world, right? You use the Tinder platform. And then also like the you know what surprised me with this case is because he been judged to be in prison for 15 months. Can you imagine 10 million for 15 months, and then he only spent
five
5
months
months
due
because
to
of the
corona.
COVID situation.
Yeah,
Even getting COVID vaccine, he even fraud to get the vaccine.
earlier.
Dang, this
Yeah,
guy.
this
Then
guy is,
also, huh?
man, this guy is actually, I mean, he had that instinct of defrauding people.
That's why. And then you know what's crazy? He was even signed the contract from Hollywood. Oh my god. Like bad or good publicity are still publicity. He even like published, he become like a mentor. He would like to put up a dating show of mentoring how to date. Also like he's selling his uh
Business
cameo
advice.
appearance. Yeah, like $199 for birthday greetings. Can you
Uh,
imagine we're living in the world where people will just swallow everything that they see, whether it's immoral, whether it's unethical?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
We
look
live
what
in the
happened with
digital
yeah,
media.
look what happened with Kardashian. She released a video sex tape and then she became a billionaire. Casey Anthony, she dug her kid in the ground and then went to party and she became a celebrity. Even the Cash Me Outside girl.
That's crazy.
And this
I
is the
mean,
platform. Like few months from now or few years from now, people will forget about what he did and he will become famous. That's just for sure.
let's find out in the time to come what would
Exactly.
become of him. He would be scamming dozens of other women.
Yes,
Or
and since what we learn about this, one of my takeaways about on how we apply this to business is either good publicity or bad publicity is still publicity. What are your
yeah,
takeaways in terms of us applying it to your business?
having a good charismatic personality for especially for the owner of the company, it's very important to actually meet uh, to actually lure investors into investing into the business and giving them confidence that you know what you're doing. So that's the main takeaway that I have from this one that could actually relate to a business perspective.
Yeah, that's why public image is very important. Letting them experience you showed your life having publicity, but we're not advocating the way he's doing it. But in the business world, having connections and publicity left and right is very important. The your contribution to the community, those are the things that your business should be uh an act of service to the community, helping some nonprofit organizations, and also maybe you can travel the world. But for more business connections like this, a lot of businesses right now, if you would like to go to China, get more products there to do the cost of goods, you can travel and enjoy and then build more international relationships. And that's how you become global.
Yeah, that's true. That's how you grow your company, by making
And
relationship.
yeah, and most importantly, it doesn't matter how good your idea. What matters is you have marketing. Marketing, make yourself visible online. Google. People are looking and people are searching how credible you are on your business. Even you're selling to your customers, selling to your investors. Those are the things that they really look for you.
Yeah,
Well, anyways, that would be all again. Thank you for sharing this time with me again, Obaid. And if you have not watched the Netflix, just learn something from it. Be careful. Be very precautious. A lot of us, our buying decision will based on emotion and justify it with logic. And this is a one classic example of not using that logic. We need to do our due diligence and research more
I got
than anything. But the rule of thumb in any type of relationship, when someone is already asking your personal information, you have to cut ties. Someone asking you to loan money, cut ties with the person no matter how you are in love with the person, right?
Yeah, that's true. You should need to be very careful about these personal stuff.
Okay, guys, I hope you like our content. Again, I'm Christopher, CEO and entrepreneur of Wyco Tax, a virtual outsourced tax and bookkeeping. And I have with me Obaid, our accountant from that worked for the KPMG for the past 4 years. And if you like this content, please click share and subscribe today. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Obaid.